Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so thankful y'all are here. I pray you can find home here, and if so, welcome. So now more than ever, it's very important for y'all to understand how to flow with life, how to let life happen, how to feel your emotions, be in your emotions without judging them or feeling like the right thing to do is to get out of it. The right thing to do is act on it. I think for many of us, we learn that our emotions are to be turned into actions immediately. We feel like if we're mad, we need to act on that madness. If we're happy, we need to go out and act on that happiness. And the reality is, we're going to go through millions of emotions in our lifetime. Allowing our emotions to dictate what we do and how we do it is a very dangerous game because then you're a slave to your emotions. You're a slave to the external. I think that's another reason why a lot of people's lives are crazy or really toxic because as soon as they feel an emotion, they have to go seek revenge. They have to go cheat. They have to go spend a whole bunch of money. And it's like, if you can allow yourself to be in any given situation, any given moment, and really just take it in for what it is and not what you want it to be, you can save yourself a lot of heartbreak. You can save yourself a lot of time and energy. Sitting in your emotions is for the purpose of allowing it to move through your body, allowing it to process in your brain and in your heart. Think about it. When somebody really upsets you, you feel it in your heart space, maybe in like your neck area because you want to say something. When you immediately act on that feeling, you're making a attempt to put that energy back on that person. But when you allow yourself to really sit in your emotions and feel what you're feeling, that energy is going to dissipate. That energy is going to slowly settle and fizzle out. And of course, this comes with maturity. This comes with accepting that your emotions are temporary. No matter how mad, happy, sad, confused you are, every emotion is temporary. So I feel like that gives some reassurance to people when it comes to sitting in your emotions. That doesn't mean the emotion will last forever. It doesn't mean you'll be sad forever or depressed forever. It just means that you're giving yourself time to really process, and you're giving your body and your nervous system time to process the emotion, the reaction that's going on. This is really important for anybody who's been through trauma or you come from a very toxic, overly stimulated childhood where you constantly had to be on 10, you constantly had to defend yourself, or you just couldn't relax in your body. This is really important because trauma keeps our nervous system on 20,000. Trauma keeps us ready to defend. It keeps us ready to fight or flight or freeze or do whatever we have to do to stay safe. So, if you've been through trauma, it's really important to accept your emotions for what they are. Your emotions cannot hurt you. And I know how big emotions can feel sometimes. Nobody wants to be sad, nobody wants to feel anger. And sometimes they can feel really big. But the reality is, your emotions cannot and will not hurt you. Harboring onto those emotions and trying to dissolve them by putting them on other people is what's going to hurt you. You projecting your misery and your anger and your judgment on other people is what's going to hurt you, because projection is not feeling it. Projection is not allowing your feelings to dissipate and be accepted by your body. Projection is simply throwing your feelings onto somebody else, throwing your feelings out there with the hopes that somebody else will feel how you're feeling. Somebody else will relate to what you're feeling. But projection isn't the right way to go about being understood, heard, or healing. It's not going to heal you at all. So become very comfortable in your emotions. If somebody says something that you disapprove of, feel that. Like, don't try to fake happy, don't try to fake nice. Just say, hey, I didn't like that, and I need a minute. I need a minute to understand what I feel on that. If something is making you really, really happy in a moment, like, feel that, but also don't make any rash or spontaneous decisions just because you feel happy. When it comes to like depression, people end up committing, as y'all know, people do very irreversible things because they feel like the sadness will never go away. They're always going to be sad. They're always going to feel that way. So, as important as it is to really feel your emotions, it's also important to be realistic. Be realistic about why you feel that way, about things you could do to help yourself, about what you may be ignoring that doesn't feel good, but you know what really help you. Our society is built on doom. It's built on the shoe dropping. It's built on what could possibly happen right now. Like, the worst is going to happen. So, understanding this, sometimes we think the worst is going to happen because that's what we've been programmed to do. That's what we've been trained to do, to imagine the worst, to picture the worst, to prepare for the worst. And if I'm being even more honest, like, this is going to sound really, really bad. This is going to sound really bad. But like, even in death, you're okay. Like, even if you die, you are good. And death is such a taboo topic. It's such a forbidden topic. Like, oh, death, nobody wants to talk about it. But like, where do you think we come from? Before we're conceived, before we, begin to evolve in our mother's belly, like, where do you think we come from? We're all human beings in physical bodies, but we're spirits. We are the senses, we are the perception. We're not just this physical body. So, like, even in death, you are going to be okay. Fear is used as a tool. Just like money is a tool, people use fear as a tool also. If somebody tells you, hey, you're never going to do any better than me, you're never going to get anywhere in life, you're never going to do this, you're never going to do that, is it true? Or is it a tactic to get you to stay? Is it true, or does it work because you have that same fear in your heart? So when it comes to fear, it's literally a tool, and it's a very efficient tool also, especially when you believe in what the person is saying. Don't let other human beings who will one day pass away too, who are made the exact way you are, a brain, a mind, a body, a soul. Don't let other human beings make you feel like you're doing something wrong, especially when you're operating from your heart, especially when you're doing what you know is best. So, like, I don't know how I got on this topic, but learn to regulate your emotions. Fear is not real. The only part of fear that is real is the belief that it'll happen. That's literally the only part. Not it actually happening, not it actually being true. The only thing about fear that is actually real is the fact that you think it's gonna happen. Okay, so that's really all I have to say. I will see y'all in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some value out of it. And yeah, bye.